The censor board has categorically come out and said culture, faith is not defined by trivia and all the due processes have been followed in the certification of the film Pathaan. But what is significant is that the censor board has said very categorically that there is that there needs to be some kind of a balance between faith and between freedom of expression. It also has said importantly that certain scenes have been edited, certain songs have been asked to be reworked. However, what does it really mean? Because at the end of it, we are still awaiting for details to come in as to what are the specific bits of the film which have been censored by the CBFC.
पढ़ेंगे, मैंने उसमें सशर्त किया था, उसको चेंज करना चाहिए और अब सेंसर बोर्ड ने कह दिया चेंज करने को। धन्यवाद सेंसर बोर्ड का भी, आपका भी।
नरोत्तम मिश्रा जी, अब तक ये क्लियर नहीं हुआ क्योंकि सेंसर बोर्ड ने बताया नहीं कि क्या-क्या उन्होंने चेंजेस मांगे हैं, मगर जो भी चेंजेस मांगे हैं या ना मांगे होंगे, नरोत्तम मिश्रा जी आप क्या बोलते हैं कि आप एक्सेप्ट करेंगे सेंसर बोर्ड के प्रोसेस?
हाँ, करेंगे, एक्सेप्ट करेंगे।
जो भी सेंसर बोर्ड का सर्टिफिकेशन है आप उसके अकॉर्डिंगली जाएंगे और आप इसका कोई बॉयकॉट या बैन या कोई रिवाइज करने के लिए नहीं बोलेंगे आप फिल्म का? नरोत्तम मिश्रा
नहीं बोलेंगे।
Well, with that, some big breaking news which is coming in. CBFC has advised changes to the movie Pathaan. Initial details which are coming in, but already you have a political spin being given to it. You have the TMC coming out and saying why change when the film has already been certified. It is essentially saying that you have pressure being built on the censor board, making it change and snip out bits of the movie. Majid Memon said that CBFC wants peace and not confrontation. Why were changes necessary when the film has already been certified once? Why is it being certified and asked to be re-edited the second time?
Censor board is re-examining and is going to have a re-look at certain objectionable parts of the film, including the song and the dress. This would only suggest that the censor board wants that there has to be peace and no confrontation. But then the censor board will have to justify if it suggests any changes in the already passed films. The censor board will have to convince the producers that the demand of the censor board for changes in the already certified film is the need of the hour and is according to law.
Let me go across to Radhika. Radhika, you have an important point there being made by TMC saying why censor it, give it certification and then re-censor it. Why is this film being re-censored for the second time this time around?
That's the question that has been asked by the TMC spokesperson there, the TMC leader there, Majid Memon, who's saying that, of course, there is a censorship that has happened, there is a certification, due process has been followed, but despite that, once again, re-examination is happening. But at the same time, Memon also stating that this is considering the controversy surrounding the film. Right now, what the CBFC wants is some sort of peace to prevail in the country, which is why perhaps CBFC is forced to re-examine the film and has also advised the filmmakers to make certain changes when it comes to the songs. What those changes are, that's not been specified in that statement issued by CBFC. In most likelihood, it could be the changes that has to be made to the song. We know for a fact that there had been outrage and a lot of people had taken offense to that particular song whereby Deepika Padukone had worn a bikini of a certain color. So several of the right-wing groups, several fringe elements calling it, saying that this hurts sentiments because it's a saffron-colored bikini that she wore and it hurts sentiments of several people is what several of these right-wing groups had been stating, which is why as a result of this outrage, as a result of a call for ban of the film, finally CBFC taking that one step ahead and stating that a re-examination has happened and therefore it has been suggested to make certain changes. The filmmakers have been advised to make certain changes. It's not a directive, it's not a blanket instruction that has been given, but suggestions have been made to make those changes. Now, whether the filmmakers and CBFC will come to a certain consensus in terms of what changes will be made, whether complete changes will be made, whether the filmmakers will succumb to the pressure is something that remains to be seen.
Well, in fact, do stay on with us.